Greetings, I'm Doc V. It's been a few months since I've posted a new video. I went and researched Black history, Bible history, ancient history, just trying to find out why Black men in this society are where we are today. And many of the things that I discovered were very disheartening. Not about our people, but about the oppression and suppression of the positive things that we've done and that we've accomplished. But I'm not going to dwell on that today. As you see in the background, I have my mountain back, or my Maslow's need hierarchy, which starts off with physiological needs, safety, love and belonging, self-esteem, and then self-actualization. And the climb up this needs hierarchy is unique for the Black man in the United States society. That's why my book is entitled The Black Man's Mountain. Because like no other race, we are the descendants of slavery, the victims of oppression, lynching, redlining, destruction of our patents, ideas, and positivity that we've accomplished through the decades, through the centuries. So what do? How do we combat this? Do we go to war? No, to be destroyed. We only make up 13% of the US population and 0.001% of the arms of weapons, weaponry, and battleships and helicopters. We can't battle. We can't fight against it that way. So how do we fight? We fight by taking advantage of the laws and things that have been placed before us. We can get an education. We can find a job. We can start businesses. We can be positive contributors to society. What would block us from making an impact? If we have a criminal record, commit a crime, you get put in jail. You get put in jail, you're subject to the rules that the slaves were subject to back in the 1800s. It was terrible back then. I'm not going to dwell on that. I've dwelled on that enough. I'm going to dwell on the positive things. Get an education. Learn. Do not acquire a criminal record, or do not get a criminal record. Don't be caught doing something you shouldn't be doing, and there's something that's going to taint your background. Don't run around making children that you don't plan on taking care of, where there's no relationship with the mother. That's a problem. Don't do drugs. Mess your mind up, mess your body up. Stay healthy. Have a relationship with God by reading your Bible. Proverbs. My mother told me to read Proverbs and Psalms. If you don't understand the Bible, don't know where to go, she said, go to Proverbs, go to Psalms. And I did that. And there's a lot of wisdom and direction in that. Find positive role models, people that agree with you, people that are trying to make a positive impact, people that know the struggle, but know how to fight against oppression and against division. Our government and our political structure in this society is scary. People are being deported, and some of that's good, some of it's bad. Some people don't need to be over here in this country, and some people earn their right to be over here in this country. There are Black men and women who have acquired law degrees, doctorates, medical doctors, educational doctorates. But if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time because of their skin color, they're judged. And if they don't respond in an intelligent way, you could end up locked up or unalived, as they call it. So in summary, what am I saying? I'm saying that there's a way to fight, not with baseball bats and not with guns, but through our positive voices, through our unity, through our example. Some of our leaders in the past, we had Malcolm X, and his method was by any means necessary. And then we had Martin Luther King that said, you know, we're going to do this peacefully. We're going to hold hands and we're going to walk and we're going to unify. And I have a dream. Both situations or both strategies have their place. But for you, the man who's out here trying to make it, trying to be a positive, viable contributor to society, you have to get your education, you have to get a base, you have to establish an address. Where do you live? Where do you work? You must establish this before you can reach self-esteem and self-actualization. Once you have reached the top levels, the top two levels of the Maslow's need hierarchy or the black man's mountain, then you can start making an impact by your power to vote, by your power to work, by your power to establish businesses or to join a franchise or to make investments or to make a positive impact on young people who are going to someday take over and have to live through this system we call America, and America great again. That's about all I have on this podcast. I did do some research on some of the things that Black people had to go through, Black Americans had to suffer through. And some of it was so bad and so heart gripping that it shut me down for a while. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. I said, this is crazy. And the negative things that I learned in research started to make me a little bit bitter. It started to become bitter when I saw what was happening to our people. So I don't want to be bitter. I want to be intelligent. I want to be wise. I want us to unify, and I want us to build and to keep on moving forward and keep on fighting. I'm going to go back a little bit. To me, what was worse than slavery, worse than lynching, worse than redlining, was when they stole our hope. How did they steal our hope? They stole our hope when we separated ourselves, went off into the mountains, into the hills, walked hundreds of miles with all our belongings on our back and started our own, built huts by the brook, by the stream, hunted animals, picked fruit, planted crops, started our own schools, educational facilities. If we can't get along, if we're not accepted and seen as human beings, let's get away and do our own. What was worse than slavery and worse than oppression was when whites found out that Blacks were establishing themselves separate and building up viable communities, greatness, education, pride, dignity, substance. And they came and they tore it down, firebombed it, shot them up, killed men, women, and children, because they felt it was a threat, because we were establishing our own. That is something that will even bring me out of the closet and make me want to fight. Make me want to get a weapon and just say, okay, let's just go out, let's go out fighting. They took away hope. But hope is not dead. Hope is still alive. Like Jesse Jackson said, I am somebody, and keep hope alive. We got to keep hope alive. It's not all people. There's good people in all communities, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian community. There's good and bad people all over. But there's a power source that tries to maintain white supremacy and have Black and brown people as subculture. I'm not guessing at this, I know this. We have to keep battling. The battle goes on. Anyway, that's all I have right now. Young black men, get an education. Do not get a criminal record. Do not start making babies when you don't even have a relationship with the mother and you don't plan on taking care of the kids. And stay away from drugs. If you can manage these 4 things, then you will be free to be a viable contributor to society. And you can utilize the things that have been placed before us to get educated, to get loans, to find jobs, and to be wise, and to find your place in society as we work through the battles, seen and unseen. I'm Doc V, and I'll see you next time. I'm Doc V. I'll see you next time.